When she's all alone, she cries. I'd do anything to take away her tears, because they're rose.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone has having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Accept your own beauty. You are beautiful no matter what your mind tells you. If you are aware of your own beauty and accept your own beauty, the opinion of others doesn't affect you at all. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 13, Nasdaq up 25, S&P's flat. Gold contract up $11.60, trading at $1,331 an ounce. Silver up 16 cents at $20.18 an ounce. Platinum $1,447 an ounce. Copper up a penny at $3.19 a pound. Light sweet crude up 31 cents, trading at $105.69. Bonds up 7 ticks, trading at $134.10. King dollar down 640 ticks, trading at 81.76. Euro up 93 at 132.94. And the yen down 1.22 at 99.04. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? We are at 1689. What 1689 does, it gets you over the 22nd high again. Bottom line, you get no juice up here. This market can't handle these highs, folks. You did 555 million today versus 678. If we go over to the SPY, they take a look at the SPY. Testing, 1, 2, 3, over and over and over. We're at 168.93. The high out there on the 22nd is 169. Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. What we have with the Dow Industrials is this. There she is. Okay, so the Dow Industrials. Come on, baby. There she is. 1, 2. There she is. So Dow Industrials closed up 13. We're at 15,555. That gets it over there, too. Bottom line, I don't expect you're going to see much more juice here. The market, even intraday, folks, over and over and over again, wanted to continue testing these highs. What we have here is this. The comp. We did 1.9 billion, 1.8 yesterday. NDX 100, we take a look at the 3 Qs. What you have with the 3 Qs is you are at 74.97. We did 22 million shares. That 22 million is going into 37 million. Gold contract. We take a look at gold. What we did out here with gold is this. This is GC. What gold did out here, folks, gold was up $13. She rejected lower price, did it on lighter volume. Gold basically is setting the next leg up, folks. And what's really intriguing here about this is gold being up. The dollar, folks, okay, happened to be down 420 ticks. Now, that correlation is like, okay, no doubt that's a normal correlation, but the dollar was down on lighter volume. The gold contract is building cause, pushing higher on higher volume. Okay, this is going to be intriguing watching this whole thing shake out, because this gold, physical gold market wants higher price. Bonds. We go take a look at the bond market. This is what we have with the bond market. Bond market right now rejected lower price again, had lighter volume. Bonds are getting ready to move too. I mean, this market's in harmony in a big way, folks. That harmony, however, is not on the way up. It's on the way down. Let's go take a look at some of the numbers. We got another day of big numbers coming out. We'll start with Amazon. Amazon closed at 303. It's at 297. No big deal. That's nothing. Let's see what Amazon has saying. The third quarter sales. Let's see. Let's go to second quarter sales first. Earnings per share You're going to love this guy. Bezos is a trip, folks, because Bezos has to do, folks, is stop spending money to open new warehouses. He can make whatever he wants to make. I mean, the company's amazing. I'm just saying that how he works. So the numbers are always all over the place. So the estimate was to make 6 cents. He ended up losing 2 cents. You're going to love it. But guess what? His sales are up 22%. When you're doing billions in sales, and you can put sales up 22%, folks. That is a monster. So bottom line, it closed at 303. Equity right now is trading at 297. Starbucks, SBUX. What you have with Starbucks? Starbucks closed at the 68. It's trading at 72 right now. And let's see what Starbucks has to say. The earnings per share estimate was 53 cents. They made 55 cents. Now, those are the two good ones. Now, we're going to get into some heavy downdrafts out here. Expedia. Expedia closed at $65. She's trading at $49, okay? Problems in paradise here. We'll find out what problems in paradise here are. Okay, so let's see what Expedia is saying. Expedia, oh, look at that. That's a huge miss. The estimate, folks, was 81 cents. They made 64. That was bottom line. Top line estimate was $1.26 billion. They took in $1.2 billion. DECK, Deckers, right? Deckers closed at 58. It's trading at 54.50. Yeah, oh, look at this. Deckers has a gap way below it. So Deckers, let's see what they're saying. What you have with Deckers is this. They had a second quarter loss. That's a big loss, man. Holy cow. They had an 85-cent loss. That's a monster loss. That's a big number. That is no doubt a big number. AWAY. Let's take a look at AWAY. That closed at $33. That's trading at $31 right now, but $31 is where she started off from today because she was up $2. So she's giving that up. Let's see. CRUS, Crush. Crush closed at $20.32. She's trading at $18.99 right now. And they, let's see, their revenue is $155 million. They see second quarter, June quarter revenue is up 57% in a year. There's something wrong there, though. They're selling that baby off, and they're selling it off pretty good. MXIM. This is Maximum Integrated. They closed at $27.42. That baby right now is trading at $25.30. And, oh, this is going to be heavy. MXIM, folks, this is going to be a monster ABC down. Holy cow. This is a big one, too. And if you want to see, how when you push lows with volume, folks, get out of the way. Someone knew something 4 days ago on this equity. This equity went from $28.87 to $27.35. Volume expanded to 5.5 million. It's going to blow this thing away. It's doing it right now, actually. It's a monster ABC down. It's going to take everything out. SWI, Solar Winds. This is going to be another mess. Solar Winds closed at $46. This is trading at, this is trading at $46. It's all right. I don't know what you're looking at. That's trading. I don't have it trading down to $8. I have it trading. Well, hold it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh, interesting. Well, I see what it is. Okay. So, absolutely. Thanks, David. What is happening? Yes. It closed at $46. It's trading at $38. It's a mess. Okay. So let's see what they have to say about this. Now, there's a big difference here, what you have between yesterday and today, I can tell you that. So, Solar Winds, the free cash flow was $41 million. The estimate, they're supposed to make, top line estimate was $79 million. They made $77. And what you have, with many of these coming out right now, folks, there's a dramatic, so picture this. The market couldn't get traction today. And when we take a look at just the correlation, there'll be a lot more numbers coming out as we go along the show. But the correlation yesterday, you had some numbers out yesterday. We had 2 or 3 stocks that were up $10. We had 2 or 3 that were down 7 or 8. But the correlation even this morning was pretty dramatic because what you had is that you had Asia trade down last night. Europe was trading down. Our futures started down. Intraday, they'd made 3 separate runs for highs, and each run for high, they were just giving it up. The way these numbers are coming out after the closeout here, there's going to be pressure here, particularly because we don't have anything even close to $5, $7, $8, $10 up, versus on the way down we have some heavy ones trading down $5, $6, $7. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow finish up 13, Nasdaq up 25, S&Ps were flat. Now let's go over to our man, Mr. Andy Hecht. And folks, if you haven't listened to Andy's program yet, it's an absolutely outstanding program. In fact, he just finished up every Tuesday, Thursday, 3 to 4 Eastern Standard Time. And if you did miss the program, folks, you can go right to Channel 13. That program is always on Channel 13. Now, Andy has an outstanding newsletter. It's the Technomento Commodity Report. You can come over to our website right now. You can test drive that report. And next Thursday, folks, Andy's going to be doing a workshop for his subscribers. So you can come over there. It's a money-back guarantee. Bottom line, you can take advantage of not only the newsletter, but the workshop. Andy Hecht, what's going on?
How you doing, Tom?
Doing great, man. That was a great guest you had on, man.
Yeah, he was good. He was good. A lot of interest in the den today about coins and numismatics and gold stocks, and it was good. And you know, he's from the listeners wanted their MTB today.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
It was an interesting show, and we'll have him back in a couple of months because he definitely is an interesting guy. You know, they have no bias to the price of gold or silver, but they're right in the center of the action. They're
depository folks, which is really cool. Okay, because well, particularly Andy, because there's so much news about depositories right now too.
Exactly. Not only a depository, but you know, they buy the coins. They're the official suppliers for various governments, and they're selling eagles, maple leafs, you know, Chinese coins, Australian coins. So they're seeing the physical demand firsthand. Which is
that cool?
You know,
yeah,
very valuable. And they just, you know, their parent company just built a precious metals refinery in India.
Okay.
And you know, that's India. There's always a lot of demand for gold and silver. You know, when a young girl gets married, the family gives they give their dowry.
They carry it with them. Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
So you know, interesting guest, and certainly interesting markets. In the gold market here, I see it's kind of making new highs at the moment. Up $17 at the moment.
I like it, man. They couldn't force it. They couldn't force it down today. You only had 165,000 contracts. You were going against 225,000 contracts, and it rejected the lower price, man. You know.
I like it. I mean, tomorrow's Friday. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Crazy Fridays. You know, they were crazy on the downside. They might be crazy on the upside too.
No, that's what happens. All they have to do is get it going. Exactly. That's all that happens, man.
Exactly. And it always starts after the close. You know, around this time, you look at it between 6 and 7. You know, the direction is kind of set. And then it kind of, you know, takes on a life of its own. You know, it's next Thursday. I'm doing this webinar for my subscribers. It's going to be like old home day for me because I'm going to talk about a trade that I did in 1995.
Okay.
And in 1995, silver was $4.50.
Yes.
And you know, it was out of favor, and you know, there was digital photography was taken over, so no more silver in photographs.
Yeah.
But there was silver was being used in computers and cell phones, and I thought that the price was too low.
Okay.
So I went to management of the company, and I convinced them to take a fairly large position. Now I won't tell you how large here. You'll have to go to the webinar to hear that.
Cool.
But I'll give you a little clue. It was bigger than the Hunt brothers took.
Wow.
So, and I learned a lot about silver and just commodities in general by taking that position.
That's amazing, man.
It was a very interesting time. A very interesting 6-month period.
$4.50, and you know, silver, of course, is 4 times that right now.
Yeah. It's and you know, look, it was cheap. It was too cheap back then, and
exactly.
You know, but it was out of favor.
Well, you know what I love about the metals market in general, and even when we were buying gold, I got my first gold that I actually bought a lot of. I bought it at $282.50. And what happened, folks, when they're that cheap, this was just, I knew technically that it tested and all that, but fundamentally, I remember looking like, hold it, man. 10 tons of dirt to get an ounce of gold, right? And you're talking about $282. And every place that I used to go, this is 2001, 2002, and I'd be spending money. I says, hold it, man. I can buy a half ounce of gold. Do I really want to buy that shirt? Do I want to, you know what I mean? You're talking about, seriously, I'd be in like Macy's and say, I'm not going to buy anything, man. I'm going to go buy some more gold. It's like
gold has intrinsic value.
Yeah.
From the first caveman who saw it floating in a river, when the sun hit the gold and he saw the luster. Ever since then, it's been in demand by human beings. So it's not going away. And I often like to say about gold and silver, you can't own them. Even if you buy them, you take delivery of them, you can't own them because they're going to outlive all of us.
That's
gold
a fact.
and silver. You borrow it for your lifetime. Yeah, you pay money to borrow it for your lifetime. It outlives us all.
Wow.
Every ounce of gold and silver that's ever been, every ounce of gold that's ever been produced in the history of the world still exists.
I know. That's pretty weird.
It is. It is. It's kind of there's no other asset quite like it.
That's amazing. And when you look at it in that context, it's really inexpensive. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's like, oh, really? So that lasts more than anything? It's like, okay.
Right, exactly. One thing I also wanted to talk about today was oil.
Okay.
Because I'm seeing some things in the oil market that's making me a little... oil's been the leader up. I'm kind of starting to feel like oil might make a very quick and sharp correction to the downside.
Okay.
Couple of reasons.
Yeah.
First reason, today we had kind of a mellow day in oil. It was off yesterday.
Yeah.
It's around 105.68.
Right.
It's about $2 off the high. But it's interesting. The back of the curve was rallying today, which means, oil's been in a big backwardation.
Yes.
In other words, the deferreds are a lot cheaper than the nearbys.
Right.
So when it moves towards contango, that means that the supply fears are abating.
Abating, yeah.
Okay. So also this Brent price has come down dramatically versus the WTI price, which also means that Brent premium was because of what was going on in Egypt and fears over the Suez Canal.
Yes.
This new government is a military government, much more friendly to the West than the elected government that was deposed. So those fears are abating a little bit. But more importantly, when I look at the structure, even though oil's up 27 cents today, you got gasoline down sharply. You got heating oil down sharply. You got the crack spreads down. That's telling me that the whole structure might be getting ready. And if you look at the short-term chart, it's looking like it's turning just a little bit here. So I think we got to be cautious on the crude. Of course, if it comes in, it goes over 108, makes a new high, that negates this. But right now, I think that we could be setting up.
Yeah.
And oil, when it goes down, it takes the elevator down.
Oh,
Stairs
it does,
up,
man.
elevator down. Look at a chart, man. It could give up $10 in 3 sessions.
I know.
No problem. So I think we're at one of those inflex points.
And I just brought up gasoline, folks. And this is really cool, actually. Unleaded. So when we were up there for 8 days at those highs, between the 12th and the 22nd of July. But it failed, folks. It failed at that 311. And that was testing the February highs. So you can't bust them up. It's like, okay, that's saying that, unleaded number 2 can get down to 265. So
one other very important thing, and I have this up there, if I could put the chart up. If you look at open interest, which is the total number of long and short positions in the futures markets,
yes,
historic highs.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah. Listen, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see right in the carousel, you're going to see the Techno-Mental Commodity Report. You can test drive it right now. That way you can come right into Andy's workshop next Thursday, folks. It's a week from today. Andy, have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking to you.
Have a great weekend. I'll see you next week.
Awesome, man.